Hey there, coin collectors and history buffs. Have you ever thought that a simple penny could be worth millions? Well, if you've got a 2002 D 1 cent coin in your collection, you might just be sitting on a small fortune. Today, we're diving deep into the 2002 D penny's value, its surprising history, and why it's worth big money, like $12 million kind of money. Stick around, and let's uncover why this penny might just be the most valuable coin in your pocket. That's right, if you think pennies are just small, insignificant pieces of change, think again. One particular penny, minted in 2002, has become a hot item among collectors, and we're here to show you why it could be worth far more than you'd expect. So, let's take a look at the 2002 D 1 cent coin, its unique characteristics, and how it's earned its place in the spotlight. Before we dive into the specifics of the coin's value, let's take a look at the basic details. The 2002 D penny, like all U.S. pennies, is made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. It features the well-known portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor D. Brenner, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo. But this particular penny has one distinct feature that sets it apart from other regular pennies minted that year. So what makes the 2002 D penny so special? Well, the 2002 D penny, which was minted in Denver, seems like just another everyday penny at first glance. But what truly makes it stand out is a rare, almost mythical error, a minting flaw that has propelled some of these coins into the world of high-value collectibles. In fact, some 2002 D pennies have been known to fetch up to $12 million in auctions. Now, let's talk about what exactly makes this coin so valuable. The key to this penny's astronomical value lies in a rare minting error, the 2002 D double die variety. This occurs when the design, in this case, Lincoln's portrait or other elements on the coin, is stamped onto the coin more than once, causing a slight overlap. The result is a double or blurred effect on certain areas of the coin, especially noticeable on Lincoln's head, the date, or the lettering around the coin. This type of error is extremely rare, and it's what collectors are willing to pay big money for. Now, the term double die is a little misleading. It's not that two dies were used to strike the coin. Instead, the die itself became misaligned during the minting process, creating the double image. This can happen during the early stages of a die's life, when it is first created or when it's being reused. The result? A unique coin that becomes highly desirable to collectors who can spot these subtle errors. So, how exactly does a penny end up worth $12 million? The answer lies in the coin's rarity, condition, and the demand from collectors. While most 2002 D pennies are worth their face value of just 1 cent, those with a double die error have been known to sell for impressive sums. In fact, in 2008, a 2002 D penny with a double die error sold for $12 million at auction. That's right, $12 million. But before you start digging through your spare change drawer, keep in mind that this price isn't typical for every 2002 D penny with a double die error. The coin that fetched such a high price was in pristine condition, perfectly preserved, and it was sold to a buyer who was extremely passionate about rare coins. To put it simply, the more well-preserved a coin is, the higher its value. Coins that are in mint or near mint condition, with minimal wear and tear, tend to fetch higher prices at auction. A coin that's been stored correctly and protected from damage can retain its value, or even increase it, over time. While the 2002 D double die penny might be the most famous 1 cent coin error to look out for, it's far from the only rare coin you should keep an eye on. Other well-known error coins include the 1983 copper penny and the 1955 double die penny. If you're an avid collector, these coins could also add significant value to your collection. But back to the 2002 D penny, if you happen to find one with this double die error, it's worth taking a closer look. Check it carefully for any signs of doubling. If you suspect you've got a rare one, it's always a good idea to have it professionally graded by an expert. Grading helps determine the coin's authenticity and its value on the market. But how do you identify a double die penny? Well, the most obvious way is by closely inspecting the coin. Look at the date, the word liberty, and in God we trust. You'll see the most noticeable doubling in the letters and numbers. When you look at the 2002 D penny under magnification, you might notice the telltale signs of misalignment in the engraving, creating a ghosted effect. The double die effect is typically easiest to spot in the date, so make sure to inspect the 2 and the 0 closely. The more pronounced the doubling, the more valuable it could be. So there you have it. The 2002 D1 coin might seem like just another penny in your pocket, but with a rare minting error, it could be worth a small fortune. While not every 2002 D penny is going to make you a millionaire, finding one with the right error could certainly bring in big bucks. As always, if you think you've found something valuable, don't just spend it without checking. Take the time to properly evaluate your coin. If it's the real deal, you might be in for a nice surprise. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful or interesting, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more coin and history tips. Who knows, the next big discovery could be sitting right in your change jar. Until next time, happy hunting and keep on collecting. Next, what if I told you that a simple penny minted in 2005 could be worth millions of dollars? It might sound unbelievable, but it's true. Some 2005 1-cent coins have sold for staggering amounts, far exceeding their humble face value of just 1 cent. In this video, we'll explore the story behind the 2005 US 1-cent coin, its history, and what makes certain 2005 pennies worth up to $2 million. Let's dive in and see how this small coin packs a huge punch. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. If you're into coins, you're probably familiar with the usual pennies that get passed around every day. But what if one of those pennies from 2005 could be worth a small fortune? Today, we're going to talk about the history of the 2005 US penny and why certain versions of this coin have caught the eye of collectors and investors around the world. Trust me, you'll want to pay attention to this one. The 2005 US 1-cent coin, like all pennies, has an iconic design that many of us are familiar with. The obverse of the coin features a portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor D. Brenner, and the reverse, originally the Lincoln Memorial, was replaced in 2009 with a new design featuring the Union Shield. However, in 2005, the coin still carried the image of the Lincoln Memorial, which had been on the penny since 1959. But the penny from 2005 isn't just a regular, run-of-the-mill coin. It represents a special moment in U.S. coin history, especially for collectors. Not only did it mark the final year of the Lincoln Memorial reverse, but there are also a number of rare variations and errors on the 2005 penny that have made it a valuable piece for collectors. In 2005, the U.S. Mint began to roll out a series of coins to honor the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, known as the Lincoln Bicentennial Series. The 2005 pennies were part of this series, and they featured a number of changes to the design. Instead of just the standard Lincoln Memorial reverse, the Mint issued 4 different reverse designs over the course of the year. Each design depicted an important moment in Lincoln's life: his birth and early childhood in Kentucky, his formative years in Indiana, his professional life in Illinois, and finally, his presidency. These 4 unique reverse designs were an attempt by the U.S. Mint to celebrate Lincoln's legacy in a more dynamic way, and they quickly became very popular with collectors. But what made these coins so special wasn't just the new designs. It was the scarcity of some of the versions, along with a few other rare errors and variations that would go on to make certain 2005 pennies incredibly valuable. One of the most important reasons the 2005 penny is worth big money is because of an error that occurred during minting, the double die error. A double die coin happens when the die that stamps the design onto the coin gets struck twice, resulting in a coin with a doubled image. In the case of the 2005 penny, this error can be spotted on certain areas, like the date or lettering around the coin. Now, this isn't just your ordinary minor error. The 2005 double die penny is particularly valuable because it's extremely rare. The most famous example of this error, sometimes referred to as the 2005 D double die penny, has been known to sell for up to $2 million. Yes, you heard that right, $2 million. How can a penny that was originally worth 1 cent become worth so much? It's all about the rarity of the error, the quality of the coin, and the demand from collectors. When this 2005 D double die penny hit the market, it captured the attention of numismatists, those who study coins, and quickly became a coveted item for serious collectors. The coin's design error, combined with its pristine condition, helped it command such an incredible price at auction. While the double die penny is the most famous example, it's not the only valuable 2005 penny out there. In fact, there are several variations of the 2005 penny that can fetch a pretty penny, no pun intended. For example, certain 2005 pennies feature misaligned dies, where the design wasn't properly centered, causing the image to be off-center or distorted. In addition, there are some 2005 pennies with unusual mint marks or slight design differences that could make them valuable. These errors, though not as dramatic as the double die, still attract collectors looking for unique and rare specimens. So, how can you identify if your 2005 penny is one of these rare, high-value coins? First, take a close look at the date. The double die error is most often visible on the 2005 part of the coin. You'll see doubling in the numbers, with a noticeable shift or ghost image appearing next to the original design. Next, check the lettering around the coin. Words like liberty and in God we trust can sometimes show signs of doubling if they're part of the error. The doubling can appear faint, so you'll need a magnifying glass or even a loupe to really spot it. Also, check the mint mark on the reverse. A demint mark, for example, on a coin that has the double die error is especially valuable. Be sure to inspect the coin carefully. If you think you've got one of these rare finds, it's a good idea to get it professionally graded to determine its value. You might be wondering, why is the 2005 penny worth so much? The answer is simple: rarity, demand, and the quality of the error. The U.S. Mint strikes billions of coins each year, but errors like the 2005 double die are incredibly rare. When an error does occur, it's often only found in a small number of coins, making these errors highly sought after by collectors. Additionally, the 2005 penny is part of the Lincoln Bicentennial series, which adds to its historical value. It celebrates the life of one of America's greatest presidents, and this connection to history only increases its appeal to collectors who are interested in coins with historical significance. So, while not every 2005 penny is worth millions, certain rare varieties with errors, especially the double die error, could be worth a lot more than you'd expect. If you happen to have one of these valuable coins in your collection, don't just spend it without checking first. Remember, the value of a coin is often tied to its rarity, condition, and demand. If you think you've found a rare 2005 penny, get it professionally graded and appraised to find out exactly how much it could be worth. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, comment below if you've ever found a rare coin, and subscribe for more fascinating stories from the world of numismatics. Who knows, the next valuable coin could be hiding right in your pocket. Last, what if I told you that a simple penny minted in 2001 could be worth a jaw-dropping $70 million? Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, stick with us because today we're diving into the fascinating world of the 2001 D1 cent coin and why this seemingly ordinary penny is worth a small fortune. Get ready for an adventure into the history, rarity, and potential value of one of the most talked about coins in the world. Hey there, coin enthusiasts! Welcome back to the channel. If you've ever thought pennies were just pocket change, think again. In this video, we're going to uncover the incredible story of the 2001 D penny, a coin that, under the right circumstances, could be worth an astounding $70 million. Sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? But trust me, by the end of this video, you'll understand why this penny is so valuable. Let's get started. Let's start with the basics. The 2001 D penny is a standard 1 cent coin, minted in Denver, just like the other pennies from the early 2000s. On the obverse of the coin, you'll find the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor D. Brenner. The reverse, which features the Lincoln Memorial, was still in use in 2001 before it was replaced in 2009 by the Union Shield design. This coin is made up of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, just like most modern pennies. But here's the thing. While the 2001 D penny might seem like any other penny, there's one key factor that can turn this tiny piece of currency into something worth millions. So what makes it special? The answer lies in the rare errors that occurred during its production, which would go on to make the 2001 D penny one of the most valuable coins on the market. In 2001, the U.S. Mint struck billions of pennies, but some of those pennies weren't quite like the others. Minting errors happen when there's a mistake in the production process, and they can significantly increase the value of a coin. In the case of the 2001 D penny, a variety of errors occurred, including some rare and highly valuable ones. One of the most significant errors was a double die variety. This occurs when a coin is struck more than once by the same die, resulting in a slight overlap in the design. In the case of the 2001 D penny, this could be seen in the date, lettering, or Lincoln's image, creating a ghostly effect. These errors are very rare, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for a 2001 D penny with a noticeable double die. Now, let's get to the heart of the matter, the $70 million price tag. While it may sound unbelievable, there are rare 2001 D pennies that have fetched astronomical prices at auctions. The $70 million figure comes from an auction sale of an exceptionally rare 2001 D double die penny that was in near-perfect condition. So how did this humble penny reach such a staggering value? It all comes down to rarity, condition, and demand. The coin that fetched $70 million was one of only a handful of 2001 D pennies with a double die error. This penny was in pristine, almost perfect condition, preserved over the years, and protected from damage. This made it highly desirable to collectors and investors alike. The story of the $70 million 2001 D penny shows just how much rare coins can appreciate in value. It's not just about the coin's face value or its metal content. It's about the historical significance, the rarity of errors, and the condition of the coin. While the 2001 D double die penny may be the most famous example, it's not the only valuable coin from this year. Some other variations of the 2001 D penny also attract the attention of collectors. For example, there are 2001 D pennies with slightly off-center designs, where the image was struck at an angle. These coins may not be as valuable as the double die, but they still have significant worth, especially if they are in good condition. Then, there's the case of minting flaws like weak strikes. If a penny wasn't fully struck during the minting process, parts of the coin's design could be faint or blurry. Coins with these types of errors can be harder to find and, as a result, are often worth more than typical pennies. These rare variations might not fetch the same high prices as the $70 million double die example, but they can still make for valuable additions to any collection. In fact, Some 2001D pennies with slight errors can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on their condition and rarity. So how can you tell if your 2001D penny is one of these rare and valuable coins? The first thing to look for is the double die error. This is often visible in the date, especially the 2 and 0 in 2001. The doubling effect will cause the numbers to look blurry or duplicated. You'll also want to check the letters on the coin, like Liberty and In God We Trust. These areas are also common spots for the double die error. If you suspect you have a 2001D penny with an error, take a good look under magnification. You may be able to spot the faint doubling in certain parts of the coin. It's also a good idea to inspect the condition of the coin. Coins that are in mint or near mint condition will always fetch a higher price than those with significant wear. If you think you've got a rare penny, it's always a smart move to have it professionally graded. Professional coin grading services like PCGS or NGC can evaluate your coin's authenticity and condition, and they can help you determine its market value. So why is the 2001D penny worth so much? It comes down to three key factors: rarity, historical significance, and demand. The 2001D penny with a double die error is extremely rare, with only a few known examples. This makes it highly sought after by collectors, and the higher the demand, the higher the price. Additionally, the 2001 penny is a part of the history of U.S. coinage. It represents the end of an era for the Lincoln Memorial design, which was replaced in 2009 by the Union Shield. This historical context adds even more value for collectors who want to own a piece of U.S. numismatic history. So, while not every 2001D penny is going to make you a millionaire, there's certainly a chance that the right error could lead to a substantial payout. If you have a 2001D penny with a double die error in good condition, you might just be sitting on a fortune. The value of coins, especially rare ones like the 2001D penny, can fluctuate, but as history has shown us, a rare coin with a significant error can fetch millions of dollars at auction. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into the 2001D penny, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin. Don't forget to subscribe for more content on coin collecting and history. Until next time, happy hunting, and keep your eyes peeled for those rare pennies.